specifics on some revenue rulings and court cases, but that's the general idea on risk distribution. Here's another one. The captive should act and operate like an insurance company. All right, that means that if you form the captive, has a good business purpose, got risk transfer, it's got risk distribution, put the money in, and then the client takes all the money that's in the captive and goes and buys himself a condo in Lake Tahoe, that's not acting like an insurance company. Or there was an older case where I think the captive owner bought himself an airplane so he could fly down to the Caribbean for his corporate meetings. That was found to not act like an insurance company. You should have audits. You should have actuarial reports. You should have a feasibility study. Should maintain its separateness. Any type of investment it gets involved in, it should be the captive should be protected. It should be treated as a separate entity with its primary purpose, risk management. The other item is the premium should be reasonable. Again, we talked about the hard and soft market. Premiums vary at different times. When home building was crazy, you would see premiums charged by commercial carriers for construction defect policies, wrap-up policies for $2 million worth of coverage, $1.8 million. I had a client got a quote from a commercial carrier for $1.8 million. Other times when the market's soft, that same policy might be for $250,000 or $300,000. So premiums vary from whether we're in a hard market or a soft market out in the commercial world. Right now, there's indications that we're heading into a hard market. We've been into a soft market. If you get into policies that are no longer offered in the commercial marketplace, not available, you don't really have any guideposts out there to determine what the marketplace is. So those have to be determined by an actuary using different actuarial formulations. So that's a little more difficult on both sides. And the captive should also be adequately capitalized. Now this will get into some choices in where you're going to form it. Now some people say, let's form it offshore. That particular domicile, you can form it for $25,000 and put $3 million worth of premium in. Whereas onshore, they might require substantially more. One of the issues that also ties in with risk transfer is the captive adequately capitalized, and that is a issue that has come up in several court cases. Commercial carriers are generally capitalized at a 3-to-1 ratio. So let's say they have $1 million worth of capital surplus, they can write roughly $3 million worth of premium. Captives, maybe you get up to 5-to-1. There's some people that form captives that get up to a 30-to-1 or 40-to-1. I think that is a particular issue that might be challenged if the IRS ever looks at them. In any case, whatever your capitalization is, it should be whatever the actuary says you need for the particular risk that you're taking on. And that should be approved by the domicile. Now, onshore, the regulators look at that, and they check that. They may even ask for more capitalization if you've been light. There's the minimum capitalization on a pure captive in the United States is $250,000. Although you could do some SBUs or sell captives at lower amounts, but still the ratios, the lowest I've seen them really allow is 5-to-1 ratio. Offshore, you can do lower ratios. But again, you have a particular